as Eli Manning stays on his feet. It is caught by Tyree.
Catch the Moment Podcast Super Bowl 57 edition, 15-year celebration of the helmet catch. I'm here. This is pretty dope because New York City is invading the desert. Dino Gatto. All I know of him is Dino. He has the best meatballs in New York City at Rayo's. Executive chef. What's good, brother?
Not much.
Known each other for a long time, and I still haven't been to Rayo's.
We'll get you up there.
Finally. I came one time and way too late. You know, that's kind of what athletes do. We just think, every now and then we just screw stuff up.
You weren't on Coughlin time then.
I was not on Coughlin time. Y'all got like 6 tables in there. I didn't have a shot. So we always got to start here with Catch the Moment Pod. I probably know where you were when you saw the helmet catch, but tell me where you were, what your memory was the first time you saw the helmet catch.
So my memory was standing on the sidelines with you guys on the 30-yard line. I'm like, holy shit. He caught that. Because I know practice wasn't too good for you that week.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Obviously, that's been a well-documented story. But I had a horrible Friday practice. And
very bad Friday practice.
A very bad Friday practice. But now all of a sudden, I had a whole week of bad practice. I had one bad day of practice.
Hey, you made up for it.
So I'm going to clear the air right here because that's how rumors travel. It's like, he dropped everything all week. I dropped everything on Friday. And,
yes.
I still caught some stuff on Friday too. But listen, it's practice. Allen Iverson, practice? You talking about practice? So executive chef, how long has it been now?
I'm at the restaurant 27 years.
You're a beast. All right, so tell me what you got going here in Arizona because you got some dope stuff yourself.
Yeah, so this week we're doing an activation that we partnered up with the guys from Wheels Up with the private aviation. We're doing something up in the Scottsdale area.
I love it. All right, so my guy's in the building, but all right, so on the pod, we got to talk about what your journey was a little bit, man. So you're well known for, obviously, your role in your position in this iconic restaurant. Now, I'm a Jersey boy, right? So I'm going to throw some lightweight shade. I feel good about being from Jersey. Anybody from New York looks at us like we're the armpit of New York City.
Not all of it.
Not all of it? But what is so special about Rayo's?
Rayo's is the oldest family-run restaurant in the United States that is still owned by the same family and has never moved locations.
Never moved.
We've been on the same corner on 114th Street since 1896.
Now,
our boss is now a third and fourth generation.
Third and fourth?
Third and fourth.
That's pretty epic. All right, I got 7 kids, so I'm all about the whole, some people say, I want to be prosperous too, but I got posterity. Like my retirement is in my 7 kids. I ain't got no bread. But what has been the most enjoyable moment? So you talking about a ton of history. You've been in the building for 27 years. What do you feel like you've contributed? I mean, there's a ton of legacy there, obviously, before you get there. What's been your greatest joy and what's been your greatest contribution?
I mean, our contribution, with the restaurant, we do a lot of stuff for charity.
Yep.
Which we do. I mean, there's 1 or 2 charities that we do a lot with.
Yep.
And there's others that we contribute to. And just the people that come in, it's a lot of local and neighborhood people. I mean, since 1977, every table, every night's been booked.
It's amazing.
A lot of steadies and regulars, and you form friendships and bonds with everybody.
Just real relationships.
Yes.
Real old school.
Right. It's like going to your grandmother's house on a Sunday and eat.
Man, I've been missing out. But that's the problem. You got to cross that daggone tunnel and cross that bridge to get over here.
Exactly.
Golly, boys.
And these days, you don't want to be driving through New York.
We'll figure it out, bro. So, all right, let me get into Dino a little bit, man. So, tell me what it was like, obviously, cooking. I mean, do you have an Instagram? You're a chef.
No, not yet.
Come on.
Everyone's busting my chops to do it. So.
You got the most famous meatball in the country, bro. What do you mean?
We got to do it. I'm good. I'm good the way I am. Right?
You sure are, but you paid the pound. It has to be pretty cool when you're really the vet, right? You're looking at all this new age stuff,
right.
But you've been a part of something that's tried and true. As an individual, what has been your journey kind of toward this iconic franchise? What kind of got you in this space?
Before starting there, I worked at other places. My best friend growing up, his uncle, has a standing reservation since '77. Someone that worked in the kitchen had left. they were looking for someone, and he said, "You working?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You like it?" I said, "No, I hate the place I'm at." He goes, "If I get you a job Monday through Friday, Saturdays and Sundays off, no holidays, and 3 weeks in August for vacation, I said, "I'll take it." I saw Frankie on a Monday. I started the next day on Tuesday.
Straight like that.
Yes.
Real simple. Now,
27 years later, still there.
Now you were cooking at another place?
I was at another restaurant. Started off at Rayo's as a sous chef. Was sous chef is 6 and executive the last 21.
Ooh, okay. All right. So you put in the work. Now, what was life
still
like?
do every day behind the stove, 5 days a week.
5 days a week, bro.
Monday through Friday, still cooking. I'm one of those guys. I'm in there cooking every night.
All right. So, and obviously, I'm sure you can peel that back a little bit if you really, really, really wanted to. So what is it that keeps you behind the stove?
I enjoy it. I
just really enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
Straight like
and
that.
The stuff that we cook is stuff that I grew up, that my grandparents cooked.
All right. So what was life like growing up? Now, you're New York, you're a city kid?
Born and raised in New York.
What part?
Queens.
Queens. Ooh. So Queens is obviously having its resurrection, right? It's kind of like Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx. Obviously, Queens is finally getting it's kind of like its true resurrection, I think, at this stage in the whole New York City landscape. Right. What was life like in the childhood? Was you young bugging, hitting these streets? Was you mean mugging folk? Was you robbing people, Dino?
No.
What's up, man? Give me the real stuff, man.
Just hanging out.
I was acting crazy.
No, we were doing some crazy stuff, but nothing out of control.
Nothing out of control?
No. Didn't have to make those phone calls to get bailed out or anything.
No bail? You never got bailed out?
No.
Just
I got phone calls about friends that needed to get bailed out.
So you just probably threw a couple of annihilators in your pocket and walked out the store or something like that? You was a low... Because that's the kind of stuff I did. I put annihilators in my drawers.
I think everybody did that.
What has been, obviously, like I say, a lot of time, a lot of experience, and we're gonna get to your, some of your role, because you got more bling, so they say the rings and things, you sing them out, bring them out. That's my theme for the week. Dino got more bling than me. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get to that in a second. But what would you say is the hardest? What was the biggest thing that you had to overcome in your life, in your journey, whether it's in career or in your life, that's formulated who you are and your work ethic?
I mean, early on, worked and just did it and really didn't care. I mean, this I really do enjoy. I mean, if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be there 27 years.
Give me the, I'm going to choke somebody, I'm going to bust a vessel out my head. You had to have some experiences.
No, yeah, there's times we get into it at the restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, with us at the restaurant, there's nights we all start arguing.
Yeah.
The next day, we're back in there like nothing ever happened.
But what about your own personal life? Just you as a man, you as a leader. I mean, leading people is not easy, right? And we know the restaurant. I just opened a little juice bar. I'm swimming, okay? So this is the last industry most people want to be in. I believe the success rate is like 1 in 10 or something like that. Now you got you different situations.
Yeah, with us, I mean, we're totally different than I mean, like I said, we're there since 1896.
That's
freaking
we're crazy. 1896.
I mean, everybody has standing reservations, so we're booked all this year. It's like nothing available. It's at the point where, I mean, like, if you want to come in, you call me up and say, "Dave, listen, I want to come in for my wife's birthday on May 3rd.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what I can do." We'd have to call the regulars and see if they want to give us a table back so we can give it to somebody.
What kind of crap is that, man? That's crazy.
It is. It is. It's nuts.
We got to call the regular. Okay.
We have no control over our tables. If we need to accommodate someone coming in, we need to call someone and say, "Hey, David, listen, I know you have a table May 2nd.
Yeah.
We need to get somebody in. Can we get it from you?" And it's either sure or no, I'm using.
Stuff is fantastic, Dino. Oh, listen, man, I'm looking to bump, and make sure when I come that you tell me the amazing individual that I'm bumping their table. I'm like, listen, I want to know.
Don't worry, I'll tell you who it is.
Yeah, I'm like, because I know y'all got some interesting cats who run through there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me tell you, our customers are great. I mean,
I'm sure. Listen, first of all, I'm saying that, but when you have that much history, I'm like, New York City. That's the best part about New York City. Yeah. The mix, the diversity, the personalities, and then you talk about history.
A lot of history there.
Y'all got it going on. So I need to know the high caliber individual that I'm bumping. I want to feel like, I mean,
you're the high caliber when it comes to
listen, man. Well,
I'll be honest with you.
I know Ronnie's up in there. I want to bump Ronnie Barnes.
Okay. And I know you never wanted to come in with Ronnie Barnes. Everybody knows the story about.
You got to give it to me. Give me your.
So Ronnie Barnes, who's Senior Vice President of Medical Services, has a steady table once a month.
Yep.
and any player he has ever brought in has gotten cut or released from the team. So the word got around the locker room, if Ronnie invites you to Rayo's, do not go.
That's what we here for, bro. That's what we here for.
They say, if Ronnie invites you to Rayo's, it's your last supper.
Well, Ronnie, I want to thank you for never inviting me. You know, there's a lot of things Ronnie's done for me, but that's probably the biggest thing you've done.
Ronnie is one of the greatest men I ever met in my life.
100%. I mean, if anybody's ever, there's nothing that anyone could say overtly negative about Ronnie Barnes. He's been the linchpin and probably one of those hidden
I think he's
gems
held
of success.
that organization together for a lot of years.
What would you say is your defining moment in your own career, in your own experience, in the restaurant that you serve, as well as your relationship with the Giants as well? What is your defining moment in your life experience?
Probably where I am at the point of my life, being at the restaurant and doing the things that I'm able to do. I mean, we have a place in LA, which I'm out often. We're in the process of possibly opening another place, so
dope.
Doing that. And I mean, being around the Giants, and I mean, Ronnie and a bunch of those guys,
Sure.
ownership I became friendly with. A lot of the players, like you, Plack, Stray, I mean, everyone's great.
Listen, well,
And I think the two most stressful moments of my life is
talk to me.
the end of both Super Bowls.
Well, you already know the Giants are the cardiac kids, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you got to have
They put it right there, right to
brother,
the end.
Right to the
Right
end.
to the end.
Ain't nothing coming easy, but that's the New York City grit, man. What are you most excited? Last thing, what are you most excited about? Like I said, you already mentioned some up-and-coming things with the restaurant, which is exciting.
Right.
I got to check off Rails off my list, so it's been way too long. I tried. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Now that I really
I think you were at an event downtown. You were just coming
that's
up
what
and
it was.
just
That's
came
exactly
by,
what
yeah.
it was. I was shooting my shot. I was shooting my
Yeah,
shot.
I'm like 11 o'clock. I'm like, I'm done. We're going home. Kitchen's done.
So what are you most excited about? Like I said, this stage, this chapter. I know the restaurant's got some up and coming things, but even as just a man, a human individual, what are you most excited about moving forward?
Just keep doing what I'm doing. The charities that we're working with, the charities that we do.
Yeah, I know you said there was a couple that are
So Ronald McDonald House is one of them
huge.
that we do a bunch with, and one of the schools up in the neighborhood, the diocese wanted to close it like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So every year we do a dinner, and over the last 15 years we raised over $6.5 million to keep the school open.
Amazing work. Bro.
Yeah.
Amazing work. $6.5 million.
Yeah. And the school there, the neighborhood we're in, you got a lot of people that are from single homes, one parent, who has 2 jobs.
I love it.
Whose father's working 3 jobs a day.
This is
We're keeping the school open and keeping that Catholic education going.
amazing work, amazing legacy. Keep at it, bro. I appreciate you for stopping through.
Thank you.
Love you, D.